Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 11.
We begin tonight with some breaking news out of Blair County.
2 suspects are now in custody in connection to an armed robbery that happened in Bellwood tonight. Altoona police say that Michael Rupert, the man you see here, and Carly Ungst were taken into custody tonight after their Ford Escape was spotted. As you see here, this is where they were eventually picked up, a McDonald's, but the vehicle was spotted right at the armed robbery of the Puff Super Value store in Bellwood. Police were able to track them down to here, the McDonald's on 9th Avenue in Altoona in the Station Medical Center. Now, over the past few weeks, police have been investigating 6 other armed robberies. The suspect, always described to look something like this: a white man about 6 feet tall wearing a dark sweatshirt, jeans, and sneakers. Now, despite the similarities, police haven't been able to confirm if these robberies are all connected, but tonight they get a big break in the case.
Now, this is the 7th armed robbery in our region. Just take a look at all the places that have been hit. Nick's Grab and Go was first, Smokers Express, ARC Federal Credit Union, Puff Super Value, and Fee-Fi's shortly after. Then followed the Puff and Snuff in Crescent, which is in Cambria County. And the most recent robbery was around 7 o'clock tonight, again at the Puff Super Value store in Bellwood on Main Street. Tonight, our Maggie Smoka is live with the latest details. Maggie.
Amanda, those 2 suspects, they're here at the Altoona Police Department. They're being questioned, and police are still trying to figure out if they're connected to any other of the robberies that have been recently happening, the ones that you were just mentioning. But nonetheless, there's still a sense of relief in the community. Again, those 2 suspects now at the Altoona Police Department being questioned, and officers are saying that this could be a lengthy process as they have to go through all the surveillance videos and then also go to the shop owners and ask them if they saw any similarities. We're live in Altoona. I'm Maggie Smolka, WTAJ News. Back to you.
Maggie, thank you. A former employee at Somerset High School is now facing charges of sexual assault. Sean Arthur Livingood is accused of sexually assaulting 2 teenage girls over the course of a year. He worked as a custodian at the high school, but none of the sexual assaults happened on school grounds. Livingood is facing 15 counts of rape, among other charges. He is currently in the Somerset County Jail. That investigation is ongoing.
In Johnstown, a former security guard at the Greater Johnstown Middle School who is out of jail had his bail conditions reduced. The judge made that decision yesterday. Zachary Taylor is accused of having a sexual relationship with a 13-year-old student. Even though he's out of jail, he'll still have an ankle monitor on until further notice. He's due back in court October 30th.
Also in Johnstown, a teen is facing charges after allegedly stabbing another teenager. Johnstown police say the 15-year-old was arrested after stabbing another 15-year-old at the Roxbury Bandshell around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. The teen is facing several charges, including aggravated assault and simple assault. No word on the victim's injuries.
And a man is facing charges tonight after trying to steal some clothing from a local store. It's 39-year-old Jeffrey Sims of Katanning, who tried to steal multiple items from the Kohl's store in the Logan Town Center in Altoona. Employees noticed suspicious activity from Sims on their security camera and called Logan Township Police. As Sims tried to leave the store, he resisted arrest and caused a minor injury to an officer. He's facing aggravated assault and retail theft charges.
From WTAJ, your weather authority, here's your weather now.
Thanks, Joe. A special device is coming to Elk County to safeguard those who are at risk of wandering off. It's called Project Lifesaver. The device is used to locate the elderly or special needs children. Today, first responders in Elk County had their first day of training. They say it's something that is needed in the area.
We have seen an increased need in this because we are seeing that population of people who have Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, or disorders like that is increasing in numbers.
Families must meet requirements to become eligible for the device. Officials haven't put them into effect yet. They say they should have that up and running over the next month. Nearly 24 wildfires continue to burn out of control in California with no end in sight.
At least 21 people have been killed and more than 160,000 acres have burned. Chris Martinez has the latest from Santa Rosa, California.
Well, still to come on WTAJ News, hurricane relief efforts continue in central PA, how the money will help the victims.
And they're ready for duty, but can't work. What you can do to help these canine officers get back on the job.
Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Clay.
And I'm Amanda Kenny. 3 missing kayakers from the Altoona area have been found, one of them dead.
Our Maggie Smolka joins us live now from a special prayer service held for them tonight. Maggie.
John, Amanda, just a tragic accident. Now we're talking about 3 young men going away for the Labor Day weekend, and then that's when it all took a turn for the worse. Now we were told that they were all very active in their church community, and I actually just got finished talking to the pastor. He says that it's been a whirlwind, that you never really expect these types of things to happen, and he spent the day putting together a prayer service that's just about to take place so that friends can come together to show their support for a life lost too soon. And I want to take you through exactly what happened. Now again, that prayer service is just starting right now. I'll have the latest coming up tonight at 11. We're live in Altoona. Maggie Smolka, WTAJ News. Back to you.
Maggie, thank you. The preliminary hearing was held today for a murder from July of 2013. Stephen Hackney was shot and killed in his home in the 100 block of Walnut Avenue in Altoona. Police say he was shot 3 times, once in the neck, arm, and chest, and was found dead at the scene. Kashif Ellis, Qasim Green, and Taylor Griffith are being charged in relation to that murder. Our Jordan Tracy joins us with more on the evidence that was presented this morning. Jordan.
Amanda, 4 witnesses took the stand this morning, 3 police officials and a former cellmate of Kashif Ellis. Taylor Griffith and Qasim Green waived their hearings, so it was only Ellis and his attorney who were presented the evidence. Now, police say they used phone records to track Griffith and Ellis's whereabouts and conversations during the time of the murder. A phone belonging to Qasim Green was found on the scene with 18 calls from the time after the murder. Now, several from Griffith, and police believe it was an attempt to find the missing phone. A cellmate of Ellis's from his time in SCI Huntington, testified that Ellis admitted to shooting Hackney. He says the 2 of them were watching First 48 in their cell when Ellis told him that he had shot Hackney 3 times for drug money. Now, at the end of the hearing, Judge Ocker decided that Ellis will face all 12 charges, including criminal homicide and robbery. Reporting live in the studio, Jordan Tracy, WTAJ News.
Jordan, thank you. The investigation into human remains found in Clearfield County continues tonight. Authorities say they're still trying to get a proper identification on who the victim may be. We're told a forensic dentist was brought in this morning. On Thursday, human remains were found in a wooded area just off of Walker Road in Pike Township. Police tell us there are suspects in custody, but would not comment if there are charges expected to be filed.
In Center County, Penn State is threatening to sue a charity that was started by Jerry Sandusky. Our Jackie Padilla is live now with details on this legal battle. Jackie?
That's right, John. On behalf of the university, attorneys filed a writ of summons against the Second Mile, a charity started, as you mentioned, by Jerry Sandusky in 1977 to help at-risk youth. Now, Sandusky is now serving 60 years in prison after being convicted of 45 counts of sexual abuse in 2012. The victims involved were all part of this charity since his conviction. The criminal case has been costly for Penn State. According to an audit report, Penn State paid $92.8 million for claims filed against the university stemming from 2011. The information released does not specify what the university is threatening to sue for, but in a statement released to us, the university simply wrote, quote, "The university filed the writ against the Second Mile in order to preserve its rights to pursue claims against it. We have no further comment at this time." Now tonight on WTAJ News at 11, our legal analyst will explain why the university is deciding to take action now. Reporting live in State College, Jackie Padilla, WTAJ News.
Jackie, thank you. Hurricane Irma is expected to hit the Caribbean islands tomorrow. It's now a Category 5 hurricane, one of the strongest ever recorded in the Atlantic, with a maximum sustained wind speed of 185 miles per hour.
Certainly an issue. What are we expecting on U.S. landfall if it happens that way?
If it would be at the earliest later in the weekend. So we have a long time there. If you don't count Puerto Rico. Now Puerto Rico would be first on the list, and this is now the 14th strongest storm ever in the Atlantic Basin.
Wow.
And they just found lower pressures, and that may go up later this evening. And I'll have an update on wearecentralpa.com at 8 o'clock this evening. Let's take a look at Irma.
Thanks, Joe. As people in Texas start their cleanup efforts after Hurricane Harvey, a local school is showing that they are Texas strong. Central Cambria School District adopted the Deweyville Independent School District as the focus of their efforts. Boxes of donations will be at each of the schools, and a special bus will be parked at the schools for supply donations Wednesday and Thursday. We'll have the exact times and more on their efforts online at wearecentralpa.com. And we here at WTAJ want to help get the help of the people of Central Pennsylvania in supporting victims of Hurricane Harvey. We're teaming up with the Red Cross to give hope after Harvey. We're holding a special telethon Thursday from noon to 7. Red Cross volunteers will be here to take your donations during that time.
Well, this month is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. The Childhood Cancer Research Fund found that each year more than 15,000 kids and young adults are diagnosed with cancer. That's about 42 per day. The research fund also reports that childhood cancer takes the lives of about 2,000 kids and young adults annually.
Now, local families thrilled that an experimental treatment that they took a chance on is leading to more life-saving therapies for cancer and other deadly diseases.
Less than a week ago, the FDA approved the first gene therapy for a form of leukemia. Charlotte Ames has more on the role a Phillipsburg girl played in the decision and why she and her parents aren't done fighting yet.
Still ahead, those struggling with addiction in our area have a new way to receive help where they can turn. Coming up.